Sky.
Afternoon, Frank.
Hi.
I know it was the end of the 6-match unbeaten league run last weekend, but did the performance give you any more ideas of exactly where you are?
Well, we learnt some things. I did. I think you can do in defeat sometimes. Said it after the game. I thought our performance in the first half wasn't how we'd want it. Sometimes good opponents can do that to you, and sometimes you've got to take a bit of responsibility yourselves. But the spirit in the end was good. We pushed to try and win the game in the end, and Premier League, so it happened. So important thing now is a reaction and what we do in our upcoming games.
We did see Dominic CalvertLewin return, which is good news. Is he in your thoughts in terms of starting the game at Tottenham?
Well, yeah, it's great to have Dominic back. We're in a process with Dominic where he's not taking part in every part of training in terms of where we'd want to push him probably to get him completely match fit, just in terms of the process of getting him fit and robust and staying fit. So we'll just have to see that over the next days and weeks, how we get him to that optimum level and how quickly we can get him there.
James Garner as well, only a short while on the pitch, but you impressed with what you saw?
Yeah, very impressed. I thought to go up against your old team, the team that you came through with, adds a bit of pressure. I thought it was a good pressure for him because he came on and showed personality on the ball, passed it well, got a shot that was nearly going into the top corner. So I had no doubts with James. He's a player for the now and for the future, of course, and there's competition in midfield, but he gives us something different, and he's more than ready to play for us.
You've got to make at least one change. Anthony Gordon suspended. Is that a cause of frustration at such an early stage of the season?
It just is what it is.
5 bookings in 9 games. It's
yeah,
a bit much.
Yep.
You told him?
Yeah, we speak a lot.
Just in terms of injury updates, I know Abdoulaye Doucouré wasn't in the Matchday squad last weekend. Mason Holgate, Yerry Mina, are we any closer to seeing them return?
Duke's had a family issue. But he's back in the squad for tomorrow. And Mason's training, not ready to be in the squad yet, but training really well. And Yerry had a little bit of a setback this week, so he won't be available.
Right. The performance at Tottenham last season, I think it's probably fair to say the worst performance since you've been manager. How far have you come since then, Frank?
I don't know. We've progressed. I remember the game well, and it's sort of one that sticks in the mind, and it's very easy to sort of like casually look at the result. I know the detail behind it and the team and the options that we had on the day. And I'm not belittling the team. I'm just saying that we suffered from 20 minutes onwards in that game, and Tottenham did a very strong performance, as they do, counter-attack, lots, goals that then gives them control of the game. So it's a long time ago. We've progressed. There's a lot of personnel changes. It's clear if you look at our starting 11 compared to that, or the selection options that I have. So it's in the back of our minds, but it's of no real relevance, is it, to what happens this weekend?
Do you see this run of fixtures as quite defining in terms of where you are and can be, given it was Man United last week and Tottenham and then Newcastle away on Wednesday?
You could probably say that about every run, you get past that and you go, what about these ones? You should win these ones. What does that mean for you? They're not easy questions to answer, other than the Premier League will always throw up difficulties, People probably make us underdogs at both these games. We're away against strong teams. I get that. Let's enjoy that. Let's sort of understand it and see what we can do. We've shown things already this season that we can, maybe go against people's opinions of us. I've read a lot of opinions before the season. We were going down. I was number one to be leaving. All those things. It's nothing better than proving people wrong. So these 2 games are probably a situation like that, but they're not the end of the story for us. We've got ourselves in a position now where if we take 2 hits or 3 hits, we have to come back stronger, because we took a lot of hits last year when I came in here and before I was here. And the problem at that time was that we were on the floor when I came in terms of confidence. So now you look at us and go, okay, can we be stronger than that mentally as a club? Everybody, can we react? So these games are good tests for us, but they're not this big.
Players do seem to have more belief in their own ability and that of the whole squad now.
Yeah, but they've got a long way to go, and so have I, because I've got high standards, and my standards on Monday when I'm with my wife and children on a day off, thinking about football and disappointment of losing a game. That has to be tempered, because you have to come in and go, okay, now what are the positives? Where are we at? Yeah, we're progressing, but we mustn't ever think that we're near where we want to be, because Because we're not. I know that, and it's not a criticism of any player, even myself, because we've got work to be done. So that work's ongoing. A lot of the elements and the big elements of the team are fresh and new. You know, our back four, our midfield three. You know, players that have not played together, a nine, whatever it is. So we can't expect. I don't think anyone is expecting immediate answers. But can we progress every day and get a bit better? That's in our hands.
Thanks very much.
Frank, in terms of the squad, I know you've highlighted a couple of injuries you've still got that concern you, but is this the strongest squad you've had since you came here in terms of players available and fit to play?
Yeah, since I came here, possibly, unless, you know, as you said, we're missing players still. But yeah, we feel it feels like we have really good, strong competition in lots of areas, and that was partly due to our recruitment and some movement, obviously, in the summer. Working with players that are developing and getting better, and of course there are areas that we can get better at, whether it's, you know, training and work every day, or as we look into the future. But at the moment we're in a decent place. Yeah.
Is that the first step then on the road to where you ultimately want to be, having competition in all areas of the field, so that you've got basically competition from within to be better?
Yeah, I mean that's what makes, you know, good teams, isn't it? Whether you're talking about great teams who have, you know, world class, or, you know, can invest to a level where backup players are of a really, really high level. But throughout the Premier League now, the standard is such that most teams have real good competition in places. And the Tottenham game last year was actually a good example where we were really trying to put players in positions to try and find a way. Now it feels more like we have options that can keep us strong and keep competition strong. So yeah, we're not there, but we are in a stronger position.